we have listed all the technology application in the hotel sector, which includes application at front desk, application at the restaurant, at the kitchen department, at the housekeeping. So we stopped there last week. So just to recap, if you don't mind, I would like to call up some names and to see whether an idea of what we have covered. Siapa yang nak tanya? Can I have cohesion? You there? Kau tak ada? Tak ada. Can I have Husna? Iwani? Husna ada?
Yes, ada.
Itu sebut dia. Okay, right. Husna Iwani, do you remember what is the definition of information technology? Definition IT.
Definition of information technology.
Betul.
The definition is hardware and software used to process the information for the organization.
Well done. Okay, so terus dia Husna baca daripada. Okay. Thank you, Husna. Can I have that? Husna dia tahu dia buat aku tu. Ana?
Yes, madam.
Ana tak ada. Azila. Wi-Fi.
Doktor, your voice sangkut-sangkut lah.
Okay, lagi. Sekarang okey tak? Saya harap saya dah tukar dengan pakai another Wi-Fi connection. Sekarang better tak? Is it better now? Better, madam. Ya. Huda, better tak sekarang? Nur Huda Zulkifli, better tak suara saya? Masih lagging tak? Okay, better. Okay. Right, thank you.
Better, madam.
Oh, sorry. Sebab saya dekat lokasi yang dia punya Wi-Fi tak berapa strong so I pakai Wi-Fi lain, okay? So tadi I panggil Ana Kolija and Husna. Husna dah finally answered my question. Thank you very much. I've called up Ana. And I wanted to know if Anna ada. Okay. Anna, can you still remember what is the definition of information system?
No, madam, I cannot remember it.
Cannot remember. Okay, tak apa. Tak apa. Okay, kita try use pula. Abiyu? Abiyu information system and definisi. Definisi. Definasi. Use result. Sangkut nasi. Use result, definisi information system. No? Yes? Tak ada? Mio? Mio Hakimi? Mio ada? Semua orang tak respon ni. Mio Hakimi? Salah kalau kelas macam gini kan, tak bila when there is no response, then it's just a one side punya interaction, you know. It's just from me, but you're not responding. Hello?
Can I try, madam?
Yes, sure.
Okay, information system, relationship of IT components used to produce, store, share, and distribute information.
Okay, well done. So Akmal has just thank you for the answer, Akmal. So that is the definition of information system. I'm so sorry. I felt sorry for those who could not respond. Ya, macam tak ada interaction, and I don't know whether you are having problem. Of course lah, I sympathize lah juga dengan your condition, because if you are not responding, meaning that you are perhaps you are having trouble hearing me, or you are having trouble understanding the content that we have covered last time, and that is not good. Yeah, when I see your presence in class by looking at all these names, Jana, I tunjuk dekat you nah. Yang I nampak is, can I do this? So all I'm seeing is just your name. So if you are not responsive, I takut. Lebih pada takut lah. Bukanlah nak marah sangat pun. Sebab some people, they don't have really strong, this one, really strong connection, internet connection. Kalau hilang terus bagaimana, you know. It's like your attendance is meaningless lah, you know. So that is not good. Yeah, Pamela, you're there? Pamela?
Yes, madam.
Pamela, what from the definition that your friends have informed us just now, yeah, for the information technology and information system, Pamela sekarang boleh bezakan tak antara information technology and information system, IT and IS? Can you differentiate that?
I think information technology is it's a software. It's like a product. I mean, and information system is a process.
Yes, correct. Yeah. So in a good sense, you have the grasp, yeah, of understanding what are the difference. Tapi Pamela, kalau dalam ujian, test, exam, kalau 5 markah saya untukkan, I'll give you 2.5. Pamela, ya. Sebab it's not really panjang lah, the explanation doesn't really feel like you understand the whole thing, tapi betul jawapan Pamela, right? So it explain actually what does this hardware and software, how do they process the information that you are given. Masa kita dekat front office contohnya, kita ada all this hardware and software to manage all the daily operation dekat front desk. However, when we receive the information, like when the guests are checking in, we have their names, we have their addresses, we have their contact number, we have their payment, yeah? So in that sort of sense, you have all this information and you key it into the system so that the system can capture all this information, and then the process is called registering this guest kan. Guest datang check in, kita dapat information ya, nama dia, alamat dia semua. Jadi kita ada hardware, kita ada software. Kita gunakan hardware seperti keyboard, seperti monitor, semua tu kita masukkan data yang kita terima daripada guest bila dia check in. Itu information technology yang depan kita ni ya. So the process is kita masukkan nama dia, kita masukkan address dia dalam sistem yang kita pakai dekat front desk tu. So the front desk will now process information yang you masukkan tu daripada sekadar guest yang datang untuk walk in atau check in kepada sekarang guest yang in-house. Proses dia ya. Guest yang sedang buat reservation, dia datang check in, you nampak nama dia, you pick up nama dia, and now you register dia sebagai in-house guest into one of the rooms that you have in the hotel. So proses yang berlaku di sini, dia memproses semua data yang telah you masukkan dan menjadikan satu information baru tentang guest-guest yang sedang check in dalam your hotel. So the information system here is processing the data. Yeah, from one source to another source. And lepas you dah register guest tu, you tekan button check-in kan dalam sistem, you dah daftarkan dia, and you look into your in-house guest list. Now the information atau data yang you masukkan dah terpamer, tertera dekat you punya monitor. You click on the in-house guest list. Ini adalah output you. You boleh tengok dekat monitor. Monitor ni output punya hardware kan. You tengok nama guest-guest yang telah check-in. Okay. Azila check-in bilik nombor 1. Lin check-in bilik 2. Yeah. And then Akmal bilik 3. So you have all these guests dalam you punya hotel room punya listing. Right? Nampak tak daripada raw data tadi yang guest mungkin dia just isi saja kertas, nama dia semua tu kan dalam registration form tapi belum register lagi. So we have all this hardware, software. Bila kita masukkan input, sistem tu mendapat maklumat tersebut dan menjadikan sekarang satu information yang baru tentang in-house gas release. Itulah information system. Ya, so bezanya apa? Bezanya ialah hardware itu sendiri, information technology itu sendiri tidak menerangkan proses yang berlaku, tapi information system lah yang memproses semua data-data tersebut menggunakan hardware dan software yang ada. Right? So itulah proses yang berlaku, itulah perbezaannya. Bukanlah perbezaan yang ketara sangat ya, but you have to understand what does information system do. Okay, banyak sistem yang kita boleh guna pakai ya. Ini saya share balik ya, kita punya slide the last time. Okay, kalau you tengok dekat sini, and I buka slideshow, boleh semua nampak ya semua slide saya? Nampak tak?
Boleh tak?
Nampak.
Right, good, well done. Right, so bila kita tengok di sini ya, bagi satu lagi contoh, kena bagi banyak contoh so that you can oversee sebab kita belum masuk lagi ya sistem-sistem ni, kita cuma baru nak memahami the process. Cuba tengok dekat dekat mana ya kita nak pergi? Cuba tengok dekat minibar ya. Dekat minibar dia ada all this beverage making facilities kan. Dia adalah all this glass lah, all this minuman yang dia nak buat, all this bottles of apa-apalah, juices ke, milk ke, whatever dekat bar kan. And then dia ada satu sistem tau. Satu sistem dia pakai is called point of sale. Sistem point of sale ni menggunakan hardware apa tau? Macam desktop komputer biasa. Dia ada monitor, dia ada keyboard, dia ada CPU. Ya. So dekat minibar ni dia pakai satu sistem dinamakan point of sale. That is the software. Ya, the hardware is the desktop tadilah, the monitor, ada keyboard, the CPU. Itu hardware dia. So dia pakai sistem POS. Itu adalah information technology yang dekat minibar. Ya. Bila POS ada, you have the system. Apa fungsi POS? You can take order, you can fire the order, you can create or generate billing. Take order ni, apa saja yang guest order you masukkan dalam sistem point of sale ni. They order minuman apa, ya? They order tea, coffee, juices and whatnot. So you entered this information. So once you entered this information in the point of sale or POS system, the point of sale system will now process the input that you have just entered and creating a menu order. Nanti akan keluarlah dekat tempat printer dekat minibar tu semua list of order yang you masukkan tadi. So dia ambil kertas tu, dia prepare lah the drinks, you know. And what's more, point of sale will also now generate a billing. Dia dah tahu harga the coffee tea how much, harga the juices how much. Yeah. So you click on billing. Now, the information system will process all the menu order and the prices that matches the order and create a billing that you can produce to give to the guest to tell them how much they have to pay, right? So this is the information technology and system that is being applied at the minibar. Itu sebagai contoh, ya. So that is what we have covered in the last class last Sunday, nah. Sekejap, ya. Now, let's look at the next slide. Okay, this is where I would like to share with you all. Mungkin baguslah untuk permulaan ya, for the beginning. Let's go into these videos to help you understand better what we are going to cover. Nantilah lah ya, dalam chapter 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Nanti akan ada beberapa technology in the hotel sector that we are going to look at now. So by having an image, a portrayal of images of what systems are, perhaps it might actually increase your comprehension or understanding of this topic. So let's look at voice search and voice control. Voice search and voice control ni selalunya diguna pakai dekat, sekejap, I takut you tak boleh tengok. Boleh nampak tak? Gonna share, optimize motion and video. Share.
Expert can have it be their way.
We loaded up. Last year at Rising Star Resort, just outside Las Vegas, they debuted. Wake me.
Okay, boleh nampak tak? Video.
Madam.
Okay, Riato raise a hand. Okay, so boleh nampak cuma I nak besarkan sikit. Do you need a subtitle? Nak tak subtitle? Perlu tak?
Perlu.
Perlu, okay. Kita onkan subtitle. Okay, what we are looking at now is a system being applied normally in the gas room. Dalam gas room ya, selalunya ada voice control ini. So kita akan lihat bagaimana voice control ini berfungsi di dalam bilik gas. Saya kena tutup saya punya video ya sebab CPU is running high so that nanti you boleh tengok dengan better. I bagi dia besar. Kecil lah pula. Macam ni ya. Besar dia. Okay, ini lagi besar. Okay, ada 2 minutes of this ya. Tengok dulu. Alright.
Me up at 6:15 a.m.
No longer will Marriott guests have to get out of bed or pick up the phone. They'll be able to ask Alexa to turn the lights off, change the channel, recommend restaurants nearby, or even order room service. This summer, Marriott will be implementing the Amazon Echo device in 10 hotels. With every high-tech integration, concerns over privacy are brought up. That's why Amazon came out to say the data collected by guest requests will be deleted daily. And Marriott says those who don't want an Echo device in their room can ask to have it be removed. Hilton has what they call Connected Room, a way for guests to control everything from their mobile device through an app, controlling everything from TV channels, room temperature, and lights. Josh Weiss, Vice President of Guest Technology at Hilton, says it's a way for guests to customize their stay.
I mean, on the wall here, we have examples of screens that could be showing preloaded pictures of your family or of your favorite leisure activities so that that room really comes to life as your space when you're in it. And then, of course, when it's time for you to check out, it all clears out and the next guest can have it be their way.
We loaded up. Last year at Rising Star Resort, just outside Las Vegas, they debuted a robot concierge, and I got to go there to check it out.
Your delivery has arrived. Our robot is waiting outside your door for you to pick it up.
Bringing guests amenities at all hours of the day and night. The delivery robot named Relay was created by the San Jose tech company Savvy Oak and was designed to operate elevators, navigate crowds, and speak to guests.
It is definitely a unique experience to be working at a facility that offers this to guests as a means of guest services.
So far, over 70 hotels have the Relay robot. Technology is truly changing the hotel experience. For the Now, I'm Andy Taylor.
Alright, that is actually one of the system that is currently being applied dekat hotels now. So the first video yang ditunjuk tu is on Alexa. Alexa is actually introduced by Amazon. Amazon yang apa tu? Apa nama dia punya Bezos tu kan? Apa nama dia saya tak ingat dah. John Bezos, itu dia punya CEO lah ya. So now Alexa ni dia letak, dia macam you punya iPhone. Kalau you pakai iPhone, it's like Siri. Siri is actually a voice control tau, punya system. You are actually using a voice control system tau, tanpa you sedari ya. So sekarang dia apply this system dekat dalam guest room tau. So bila you duduk dalam guest room and you need to request for something, normally apa yang you buat? You pick up the phone kan? You pick up the phone and you call up apa housekeeping lah, front desk, room service and whatnot. Betul tak? So using Alexa ni, it does that and more. Dia boleh buat begitu dan lebih lagi. How? So if let's say you need an extra towel, okay? So Alexa ni dah dihubungkan dengan ada interface ya. Selalu bila kita bercakap dengan bercakap tentang sistem, kita bercakap tentang bagaimana sistem di front desk berhubung dengan sistem dekat housekeeping contohnya, kita panggil itu interface lah, perhubungan dia. So bila sistem ni interface, Alexa dalam bilik tu akan berhubung dengan housekeeping kalau kita request for extra towel. So let's say you are staying in your room, you malas nak angkat-angkat phone apa semua, dia terus once you check in, Alexa ni terus function ya. So Alexa, can you please turn on the lights? Alexa, can you please turn on the aircon? Can you turn on the aircon temperature and make it up to 18 degree. You minta macam gitu saja. Alexa tu dia dah ada interface tau dengan aircon punya sistem, dengan lampu punya sistem. Alexa, can I request for 2 extra towels? Dia terus saja contact dekat housekeeping. Bukan dia contact, dia call housekeeping. No, dalam sistem housekeeping dia akan trigger tau. Room number 2. Mr. Akmal requesting for 2 extra towel. Dia terus trigger dekat housekeeping, housekeeping pergi hantar. Ya. So ataupun housekeeping dia juga pakai yang robot tadi. Robot delivery system tu, dia letak saja extra towel dalam robot tu terus pergi hantar dekat bilik. So sampai saja dia dekat bilik, dia dah ada interface dengan Alexa dalam bilik tu. So Alexa pun bagi tahu dekat Akmal, Mr. Akmal, your towels are ready. So please pick it up at the front door. Macam gitu. So dia bagi tahu, dia dah alert dah benda apa yang dah sampai apa semua tahu. And that is how voice control is being applied in the hotel sector. Ya, terutamanya sekali sekarang ni dekat front desk lah. Ya, front desk in hotel guest room. Ya. So dalam guest room ni dia dah ada Alexa, ataupun maybe you pernah pakai yang Google. Google kan dia ada yang voice search tu kan. Nanti dia tanya what can I do to help you? Itu pun voice control juga. You are actually giving instruction to Siri ataupun Google. Google apa nama dia ya? Voice search saja ya, dia tak ada nama kot no. So kalau Siri ya, Siri can you help me? Can you provide me a map of UUM? Contoh saja dia bagilah kat you map dekat UUM and how to get from point A to point B ke whatnot kan. So you don't have to actually type it in dah. Dia cuma gunakan voice activation. Ya, cuma gunakan voice activation. So lagi mudah lah. Google Assistant, dia tak ada nama special ya. We should have name the Google kan. Bagilah nama dia Siti ke kan, menarik sikit. Siri dah ada, Siri for the Apple kan. Alexa. Alexa ni kalau tengok bentuk dia macam speaker saja. Okay. Some hotel dia menggunakan Alexa tapi in many forms tau, berbagai bentuk. Dulu masa Amazon first introduce Alexa ni bentuk dia macam typical lah, speaker sahaja. Tapi sekarang dia boleh buat macam tailor made lah hotel tu, macam I mention Henna Hotel dulu kan dekat Japan. Dia pun menggunakan voice activation control ni. Tapi dia buat dalam bentuk Hello Kitty. Tapi benda tu ada speaker, ada mikrofon semualah. So ada banyak shape lah yang dia boleh gunakan. Smart home. Ada setengah rumah yang memang you boleh gunakan juga ya voice control ni untuk control all the function punya rumah. Kita panggil smart home. Kalau ada orang yang mempunyai smart home ni memang best ya. Smart home you masuk pintu, you boleh menamakan you punya smart home punya ni. Kalau dekat hotel room dia panggil Alexa kan. Kalau dekat rumah you boleh menamakan apa sajalah. Contohnya you nak namakan dia Easy. Easy, please turn on the aircon. Easy, please turn on the heater. Easy, please make me a fruit juice. Semua dia boleh buat ya. Dia ada interface dengan pelbagai lagi range of function dekat dalam bilik. Bukan setakat dia boleh macam handle ya the services dalam hotel. Macam tadi I sebut housekeeping kan. Dia boleh juga you nak order, contoh order food ya untuk dihantar ke bilik. Okay. Alexa or Easy, please I would like to request for a room service to be delivered to my room. I would like to order apa food, noodle, chicken chop, whatever. Nanti Alexa tu terus dia call up ataupun ring up sistem ya dekat room service. Dia terus fire order dekat situ. Ya. So dekat room service tu trigger dah lah dekat dia punya monitor, dekat punya printer, new order coming in. So you can see lah room berapa, order apa semua kan. And then you just send it to the room. Yeah. So range of interface ni is not easy lah. Imagine ya, Alexa ni bukan setakat mengawal sistem-sistem atau operasi di dalam sesebuah hotel. Sometimes you would like to know about the weather. Contoh ya. Alexa, what is the weather going to be like tomorrow? Is it going to rain? So Alexa tu dia boleh juga check up ya untuk temperature, untuk weather, untuk esok. Dia ada link dia, interface dia dengan BT News pula. Ya. So dia check, the temperature tomorrow is going to be raining in the morning and bright sunny day in the afternoon. Contoh, dia bagi tahu pula weather. So benda tu kadang-kadang bukan antara khidmat atau services yang offered by the hotel ya. It's just extra info yang boleh kita setkan ya untuk Alexa ni. So meaning that dia bekerja 24 hours tau for you. Dalam hotel business, kalau you ambil bilik-bilik yang macam suite ya, yang besar-besar, selalunya you akan dapat seorang butler ya. Butler pernah dengar tak? Siapa pernah dengar butler? Butler service. Are you familiar with that term? Pernah dengar tak?
Yes, madam, I'm familiar.
Right. So butler service tu is like your personal helper kan, personal assistant. Dia akan tinggal dengan you kalau you stay dekat hotel tu. Dia lebih bukanlah tinggal dengan you, but he'll be with you almost all the time, around the clock lah. Anytime you need he or she yang working as butler ni, dia akan bagi you satu pager, wah terus call lah. And then butler tu akan datang entertain you whatever time. Whatever time you request them to come, they will come. So sebab itulah kadang-kadang duduk dekat suite-suite ni memang mahal ya. Mahal sebab it comes with convenience. It comes with your own personal assistant. Dekat hotel kan, kalau kita tengok point of interaction tau dengan guest, dengan customer, dengan guest, dengan staff ni, selalunya kalau kita bagi servis yang direct pada staff, yang kita memang interact pada guest. Kalau kita memang directly interacting with the guest, kalau kita sebagai staff lah ya, selalunya servis staff ni yang antara orang yang paling banyak dapat duit tip tau. Ya, duit tip lah ya, tip tahu kan. Guest banyak bagi tip dekat orang yang bagi servis pada dia. So orang-orang yang kita panggil servis staff ya, rank and file kita panggil dalam hotel punya terms, kita panggil rank and file. So selalunya dalam hotel industry, orang-orang inilah yang paling banyak dapat tips. Dan antara orang yang terbanyak sekali dapat tips ialah selalunya butler. Ya, dekat hotel, I think it was Datai kot. Datai resort dekat Langkawi. Saya banyak refer pada hotel dekat Langkawi ya, sebab dulu saya kerja dekat sana, dekat Langkawi. Not Datai, tapi among one of the hotel there. Ada butler boleh dapat 500 sehari. Ada butler entertain VIP seminggu, dia dapat RM2,000. Ya, at the end of the stay. Ada dapat RM3,000. Ya, seminggu saja dia kerja dengan VIP tu. Ya, bukan buat apa pun, bancuh kopi, sediakan breakfast, hidang breakfast, basuh pinggan. Housekeeping ada dah yang buat ya, housekeeping maid yang tolong cuci bilik. So dia banyak jadi macam orang dekat dapur lah. Dia ironkan baju you, dia shine your shoe, dia siapkan baju untuk you pakai hari tu. Kalau you nak pergi berenang, dia siapkan baju you untuk berenang. Dia siapkan you punya keperluan untuk pergi berenang macam sunblock. Dia tak sapulah dekat you kecuali you minta kan. So dia sediakan all these drinks for you kalau you nak pergi piknik depan bilik. Kalau you nak pergi somewhere, ada event, meeting dekat another place, dia tolong bookkan you taxi, sediakan kenderaan untuk you balik ke hotel. Bila balik ke hotel, dia sediakan bilik you untuk prepare for you tidur. Kalau you nak coffee tengah-tengah malam, terjaga kan nak minum coffee, you call him up, dia akan sediakan coffee for you around the clock. Ya. So memang tips dia tinggi lah. Dulu masa I yang boleh tahu all these tip berapa dia orang dapat ni, I bagi training tau dekat orang-orang dekat data itu. So dua orang ya daripada mereka adalah butler, dia kerja butler. Yang seorang tu I remember lelaki ya. Dia punya lifestyle dia memang hebat lah, tengok dia bawa kenderaan yang mewah, you know, for his own personal use. And I was wondering, gaji dia berapa ya dapat? Sebab kalau nak ikut gaji basic sama saja macam front desk assistant lain tau. Gaji dia tak adalah basic kan, basic mungkin dalam 1,200, and then tambah point hotel yang dapat melalui keuntungan mungkin up to 2,000, macam tu saja, tak banyak ya. Tapi bila tengok lifestyle dia macam tak match. Ya. Kalau di kerajaan punya, kalau kita tengok kaki tangan kerajaan macam gitu, lifestyle tak match dengan jawatan dia, kita kata dia makan rasuah ya. Tapi dekat hotel tak. Sebenarnya duit tips dia. Ya. Dalam sebulan, duit tips dia adalah lebih daripada gaji dia. Gaji dia kalau 2,000 sebulan, duit tips dia 3,000 sebulan. Tapi yang tak bestnya, dia punya duit tips tu tak tentu tau. Dia tak fix. Ya, kadang-kadang dapat banyak, kadang-kadang dapat sikit. So kalau dia nak pakai kereta mewah pun dia kena gamble lah ya. Kadang-kadang cukup, kadang-kadang tak cukup. So by the pandemic, when the pandemic hits, kena jual kereta tu. Ya, sebab tak mampu, dah tak dapat duit tips kan. Mungkin lepas ni boleh beli kereta yang lagi hebat bila sekarang ni kan dah pick up balik kan all those business operation dekat hotel. So hopefully boleh lah ya, dia berkereta mewah lagi. So sebulan dekat 3,000, sekali dapat kadang-kadang 1,000, 500 paling sedikit. Ya, sebab orang yang mendapatkan khidmat butler ni selalunya adalah VIP. ya, VIP, celebrities yang memang tak kedekut lah ya. Paling banyak saya tanya dia, berapa pernah dapat paling banyak? Sekali dapat 5,000 seminggu daripada seorang. Orang yang tinggal dekat dia punya suite tu hanya seorang ya, bukan datang dengan family dengan apa pun. Tapi you kena kerja macam teruk sikit lah ya. Sampai kan terpaksa bermalam dengan guest tu dalam bilik hotel tu, sebab bukanlah bermalam dalam satu katil, tak lah. Tapi he has to stay over lah. Because the VIP wants him available 24/7. So selama seminggu tu dia memang tak balik rumah. Ya, terpaksa duduklah dengan VIP tu, dapatlah 5,000. Ya, kadang paling dia suka kalau dapat VIP from negara Arab. Ya, kalau dapat VIP from negara Arab lah, ialah banyak duit. Buat kopi 100. Ya. Kemas meja 100. Dia macam tabur-tabur duit. Gitu. Memang seronok kalau kerja butler. Sayangnya our program ni tak ajar ya butler service, tapi sebenarnya what you have learned daripada F&B service, housekeeping, kitchen, semua tu sangat membantu ya. Kalau you're looking at prospect to become a butler. Butler ni sebenarnya kerja yang profesional ya, termasuklah kerja sebagai concierge. Sebenarnya dikira sebagai sangat-sangat profesional. Cuma mungkin kita tak sedar ya, dalam kita duduk nak kerja front desk, nak kerja kitchen, jadi chef lah apa semua. Ada dua lagi pekerjaan dalam hotel industry ni yang memang kita tak realise. It's actually a very well paid job, which is butler and concierge. Dua-dua pekerjaan ni dalam hotel industry sebenarnya adalah tugas-tugas seorang profesional. Ya. So yeah, take pride lah in what you are learning, because all that you have learned is actually encompass what a concierge and a butler must and can do. Ya, kalau you ada peluang nanti, belajarlah juga beverage making ya. Kita panggil apa ya? Barista. Ada orang cakap barista kan, coffee, making tea, making coffee, apa semua tu kan. At the moment benda-benda tu juga akan menjadi salah satu tenaga kerja professional, ya, bartender. Bartender. Even bidang masakan ya, masak, it's not just cooking down. Preparing a special type of meal pun boleh dikira a professional kind of job ya. Macam you adalah pakar membuat sushi, pakar membuat cheese master. Pernah dengar tak cheese master? Satu lagi tak ingat. Yang pakar tentang wine. Ini kita tak ajar ya, sebab of course lah, being in a local university, kita tak ada kursus tu ya. I think kursus-kursus dekat college swasta lagi banyak lah, but you have to pay a lot lah for that ya. Dia ada kelas wine punya ni lah, service ya. Apa ya nama dia punya ni? Pekerjaan tu? Sommelier, baru nak ingat. Sommelier tu dia memang pakar pasal wine. Dia tahu which food goes with which wine, which champagne ke what not. Wine tahun berapa is considered as the best, appropriate for this type of meal. Steak, kambing, ikan, ayam. Yeah, all that have dia punya partner complementary. Makanan ni complementary dia gini. So kalau white meat dengan white wine, kalau dark meat dengan red wine, macam gitu kan. So sommelier ni dia kena belajar tau sejarah tentang wine, tentang champagne, tahun berapa it was produced, which country, which weather, what kind of taste. Kat sini kita tak ada wine tasting and all that, tapi perhaps all those non-Muslim, this might be something that you might want to consider. Untuk mendalami lagi ya dengan lebih lanjut tentang semua kerjaya profesional berkaitan dengan hospitality industry. So tadi I mentioned butler, I mentioned concierge, I mentioned sommelier, lepas tu ada juga cheese maker ni pun dia ada pakar ya cheese, dia tahu semua jenis cheese and what kind of taste daripada negara mana dia buat and how to make those cheese and which cheese is complementary to what food ya. Kita ni pakai semua cheese yang keping tu kan, slice. Semuanya cheddar, semuanya mozzarella. Cheese lain kita tak tahu ya. We are not a cheese making country. But if you go to France, you go to other Western countries, you might find that this might be something of a career that you could make of one day in the future. pasal cheese, pasal pasta pun dah ada ya. Pasta punya pakar, dia pakar sangat pasal pasta ni. He can make all type of pasta, dia kenal semua jenis pasta ya, segala bentuk, segala shape, segala region yang menghasilkan pasta-pasta tersebut. Ada juga sekarang ni coffee connoisseur dia panggil ya. Dia pandai pasal kopi, dia tahu kopi ini Arabica, dia tahu kopi ini apa dari negara mana, luar, semua dia tahu. So itu pun kerjaya dah sekarang. So jangan limit lah ya your perception of your future career, jangan limit kepada hotel industry. There are other type of professional skills that require professionals that pays very well. Yeah. Ada yang berminat dengan financial dekat dalam hotel industry ni pun dia ada satu jawatan tau, nama dia financial controller. Antara banyak-banyak department head dalam sebuah hotel ya, department head seperti front office manager, F&B manager, housekeeping manager. Financial controller, dia tak panggil financial manager ya, selalu dia panggil financial controller. Ini adalah salah satu jawatan department head yang paling tinggi gaji dia dalam sebuah hotel sebab dia control cost, dia control budget, dia control profit, semua dia tahu. So itu adalah salah satu yang actually akan membantu anda, you know, if you're interested in finance lah, ya. Yeah. So janganlah limit yourself into just working at the rank and file. Banyak lagi untuk sesuai dengan the degree level that you are taking right now. Okay, so let's look at the second system that I'm going to show you. Yang ini adalah contactless payment. You all pernah pakai kot ya, dulu kita famous dengan Keepel Pay kan? Siapa masih pakai Keepel Pay? Saya buka ya, hopefully boleh lah. Keepel Pay. Okay, please let me know if whether or not you can see this video. Sila inform saya boleh?
Tak nampak lagi, madam.
Tak nampak? Okay, saya kena stop sharing and reshare balik nah. One moment please. Share. Optimize for motion and video. And share again. Make this one big. Boleh nampak tak?
Nampak dah.
All right.
Payment cards and services like Apple Pay are super useful. We use them every day for everything from buying that coffee in the morning that helps us put up with people to getting on public transport on our way to work or uni or school or whatever you do in your life. But what exactly happens when you tap your card on your phone on that reader and you get that beep? Well, the whole process of steps that just happens in that fraction of a second is defined in a standard called EMV, named after the three companies that founded it: Europay, MasterCard, Visa. While there was earlier standards and technologies in countries like Germany and France, this standard is the, well, standard, and these predecessors have pretty much been superseded. The standard defines a couple of things. Firstly, the hardware that needs to be on the card, the hardware that the readers need to have, and the software and communication protocols between the two of them. If you have a close look at your card under a light, you can see that under the chip there's, well, a chip, a tiny little processor and a piece of memory. Connected to this chip is a coil that receives power from the reader to run it, as well as act as antennas to transmit and receive data from the reader. When you put your card near the reader, it gets caught up in a magnetic field. This provides the card with power and starts the chip. This chip then broadcasts a message and establishes a connection with the reader. Once this connection is established, the card sends its type. This represents the issuer. And once the reader has this, it starts a specific piece of code for this card type called a kernel. They then communicate backwards and forwards, confirming that they're both legitimate. Once this is confirmed, the card generates a code that's unique to both this reader and can only be used once. The reader sends this code back up to the card issuer. That card issuer then takes that code and checks its records for the bank that that card belongs to, and sends a request with the amount of the transaction and other information relating to the transaction onto the card's bank. Bank then checks the account for things like whether it's active and if it has the funds for the transactions available. The bank then responds to the card issuer whether or not this is the case, or whether there's other things needed like a PIN. Card issuer then takes this information and appends any updates it wants to send to the card while it's, connected to a reader and available onto the package, and sends that back up to the reader. Finally, on the reader, this package is opened. Those updates are sent to the software and the memory on the card so that the card can, keep in touch with the card issuer. And the response is read. If the transaction was successful and nothing else is pending, you get the approved message and you get your coffee. If it's pending and needs something like a PIN, that's asked for, collected, and can either be compared with a key that's sent on that package from the card issuer, it could be sent to the card itself, which using the information it's stored can check whether the PIN is valid or not and respond that to the reader, or it can be sent back up to the card issuer and checked there. Of course, if that PIN is legitimate, your transaction is approved. Well, the final thing that can come back from the card issuer is that the transaction is just declined, in which case, the transaction is just declined. And that's pretty much it. While a lot more nitty-gritty things do happen in there, the basic process is as simple as that. And if you want to have a look in a little bit more detail, all these standards are open. You can go into the EVM website and you can download a series of enormous PDFs that define every minute step. But
okay. So that is actually cashless lah, jenis payment ya. Cashless payment. Some refer to it as contactless payment. Kerana kita tak ada contact lah ya, tak bersentuhan, tak bagi duit dekat orang terima tangan bersentuhan and what not ya. Alright, so contactless payment ni dia adalah like a three-way communication tau, between us, the buyer, the seller dengan banks ya. So banks ni dia akan issue lah, kalau tadi dia sebut EMV ya, Electronic Master and Visa. Selanjutnya Master and Visa lah yang kita gunakan ya untuk contactless payment. Right, so what happen is once you have this credit card or debit card, kita macam tak nampak ya dalam kad tu ada apa. Kita nampak chip tapi sebenarnya dia ada kecil-kecil punya wire tu yang antena tu. And of course ya, the core requirement for this is Wi-Fi. Kita perlukan Wi-Fi. Kalau tidak memang tak boleh pakai lah. Voice control tu pun tadi tak boleh pakai. Even the contactless payment pun tak berguna ya tanpa Wi-Fi. So what happen is once kita bagi kad saja, dia terus mesin yang dipakai, that is the information technology tau, the card reader tu. Right? So kita letak kad kita dekat situ, dia dah baca all this detail about kita, detail tentang kita tu, mana dia dapat daripada hari kita apply kad tu kan, kita kena isi borang and all this kan, our name and contact number and what not lah ya. Dan link pula tu dengan kita punya bank account, so dia akan contact bank. Automatic lah, contact tu bukan bermakna call. Dia bukan call, hello bank, boleh tak check Syabi ni ada berapa duit dia dalam account? Tak ada. It's not like that. It's like they have the access, automatic access to the bank account, and they can actually run authorization secara automatic lah, terus authorize ya, tak ada perlu orang pun. So dia tengok oh ada duit, terus saja dia authorize dan kita boleh guna kad tu. Kalau tak ada fund yang cukup, dia dah tahu you don't have enough money or you only have certain limit for your card, doesn't allow for spending more than that, so it will know and will decline your card. So as simple as that kan. So all this is a system ya. Sistem ni kita bagi sistem contactless payment lah. Sekejap, tadi ada soalan mana tengok ya. PayWave tu related system macam mana pula? Ini yang paling bahaya ya. Imagine PayWave adalah sejenis contactless payment yang tak memerlukan authorization ya. Tak memerlukan authorization ni bukan maksud kita nampak tahu bila kita nak gunakan contactless payment, kita nampak dekat situ kita masukkan PIN. PIN tu adalah your authorization code. PayWave tak ada tahu. Dia ada limit lah kan, 250 kalau tak salah saya. You boleh spend guna you punya card yang PayWave kan. Tapi PayWave ni tak perlu PIN, betul tak? Imagine you're holding your card kan, letak dalam back pocket. Ya, poket belakang ya, orang lelaki selalu dia letak kad. Tapi bukan kad sajalah, yang mungkin adalah sesetengah orang dia bawa satu kad tu saja pergi mana-mana, dia letak dalam dia punya poket belakang. So dia beratur. Orang dekat belakang dia ada mesin tau, mesin untuk PayWave kan. Tiba-tiba dia scan you punya kad dekat belakang, you pun tak sedar, tak nampak ya, sebab dia bukannya letak betul-betul kena punggung you. Within berapa inci pun dia dah boleh ambil data tau, sedut data daripada kad you. Dia terus authorize payment for 250, you pun tak sedar, kad you dah diambil 250. Ya, bahaya juga PayWave tu. Jadi gunakanlah dengan berhati-hati, kalau boleh letakkan di tempat yang you boleh nampak dekat depan you. Kalau ada apa-apa yang mendekati, ini pernah jadi ya, bukan ni tak pernah jadi ya. Kalau you tengok TikTok kadang-kadang nampak macam orang pelakon untuk content, but it's real life ya. People has been orang dah pernah kena ya, PayWave dia, kad dia ada dalam bag lah, dia tinggalkan bag dia atas meja. Kad semata-mata dia tak letak dalam wallet. Mungkin sebab baru lepas guna dia terus letak. Biasalah kadang-kadang orang perempuan dia tak letak balik kad dia dalam wallet. Dia letak saja dalam bag. Orang datang, orang lalukan saja punya mesin tu dekat kad, terus ya Nasib baiklah. Ada limit 250 saja, tak banyak. Tapi kalau 5 orang sehari, tak 1000 lebih dah dia dapat kan. So all these are macam are a type of payment that requires Wi-Fi connection in order to authorize an amount to be transferred to the seller. Ya kan, sangat mudah. The system is that you need a card reader, and you need the card with the chip and the antenna. You perlukan itu, you punya information technology. Data, your data atau information yang kena masukkan memang dari awal-awal dah masukkan the data already included in the card lah ya. So the system, what does it do? System tu akan transfer all the data daripada card yang you dah ada tu, transfer ke bank untuk benarkan mereka check whether or not the payment, the amount that you want to pay is authorized or not by the bank. Yeah, they have a system to check the balance or limit of the card that you're using, as to whether or not, let you know whether or not you are allowed to make that transaction. Yeah, if you don't have enough funds in your banks or you have reached your credit limit, therefore a notice will be sent to the card reader whereby it will say that your card's being declined. Yeah, so therefore we can see that all this does not involve an actual human being in terms of interaction. Yes, you interact with the seller, but in terms of the information relaying to the bank, there is not an actual person who handles this process. Yeah, it's actually the system that handles this type of process. Yeah, sekarang ni dekat bank memang dah banyak lah pakai contactless payment. Ya, banyak sangat sampaikan bukan setakat just credit card or your debit card. You can also use your e-wallet. Ya, siapa kat sini selalu guna e-wallet? You know how kan? Apa yang you selalu pakai e-wallet? Can you please just share? I selalu guna Touch and Go. Ya, reload saja sampai sekarang dah jadi macam baguslah kan, macam jadi macam orang panggil top fan dekat e-wallet Touch and Go tu. You all masih pakai Keepel tak? Keepel Pay masih pakai tak? Ada tak yang masih pakai? Tak dah. Dulu kena isi duit kan dalam e-wallet. Keepel Pay tu pun sebenarnya e-wallet kan, Ezrin. E-wallet yang pakai Keepel Pay ni sebenarnya complain is not from the, bukan complain lah, comment ya, feedback ya, is from the seller, penjual ya, penjual macam yang dekat makcik-makcik kantin, dekat Inasis, dekat cafe. They were making comments that whenever a payment is being authorized from the student e-wallet, of course, Keepel Pay will handle the payment to transfer that payment from the e-wallet to their accounts kan, kepada akaun peniaga ya, seller ya kan. So daripada akaun orang yang menggunakan Keepel Pay kepada orang yang menjual. But the issue is, you bayar sekarang, orang ni yang jual ni dapat duit lagi 2 minggu. Ya, lagi 3 minggu, lambat ya. So sebagai seorang peniaga, siapa kat sini yang pernah berniaga mesti tahu, you have to have a good cash in hand. Ya, kita modal keluar hari-hari kan, so duit kena pakai hari ni saya jual, hari ni jugalah saya kena dapatkan keuntungan. Bukan keuntungan lah, saya jual benda, saya nak dapatkan duit bayaran untuk benda yang saya jual tu sekarang lah. Tak boleh lah. Kalau pakai Keepel Pay, macam you bayar pakai Keepel Pay, I tak dapat lagi duit tu. Lagi 2 minggu baru I dapat. Macam you hutang I tau. Lagi 2 minggu baru dapat duit tu. So macam lambat. So sebagai peniaga, it's going to be hard for them to actually handle the daily operation of their businesses when they don't have cash in hand. Yeah, whatever it is that they have spent as their modal for today, they will get it back like in 2 weeks time, which is like too far away from now, and it doesn't really work. Yeah, doesn't really work for us. Yeah. Kalau company besar-besar, hopefully yes, because they have big modal. Bila modal besar, jadi cash running, cash flow tu hari-hari banyak lah, masih banyak. Duit dapat lagi 2 minggu, no problem. I still have more money in my modal punya fund to actually cover for the 2 weeks until the Keepel Pay money comes to my account. Yeah, so you can see what are the issues. Yeah, bila menggunakan credit card pun sama. Kadang-kadang kita pergi kedai, kita bila pakai credit card, tak boleh. Ya, tak boleh pakai credit card, cash sahaja. Kenapa? Kenapa cara begini dipilih? Mungkin kerana the style of the seller itself, they don't have much modal or in terms of tunai. Ya. Bila tak ada aliran wang tunai yang baik, dia terpaksa bergantung kepada bayaran tunai untuk mendapatkan cash untuk running every single day. Ya. Kalau dia mendapat pelanggan yang membayar menggunakan credit card atau e-wallet, bayaran akan diterima oleh Mastercard atau Visa ni bukan sekarang tau. It will take sometimes up to 1 month baru nak dapat duit tu. So sangat macam susah lah untuk dia operate ya. Modal hari ni dah dikeluarkan untuk memasak ya. Bila semua orang membayar pakai credit card, jadi keuntungan yang akan diterima hanyalah lagi 1 bulan. Jadi dalam tempoh hari ini sampai duit diterima tu, where can you get money? Ya, so memang susah lah dekat situ. Ya, but of course, ya, all these credit companies, debit companies, e-wallet companies, they are working at better efficiency now. Sekarang lebih efficient lah ya. Mereka cuba melunaskan setiap bayaran tu dengan lebih cepat kepada penjual ya. Siapa kat sini pernah berkhidmat sebagai food delivery rider? Ada tak you all pernah buat part time sebagai food delivery rider? Food Panda ke Grab Food atau ada tak yang pernah? Atau you ada saudara atau your abang, your adik-beradik or your parents bekerja sebagai food delivery punya rider? Kalau ada, there was one case tau dengan Food Panda I think. Food Panda case dia macam gini, you pergi hantar-hantar makanan, duit-duit yang you dah hantar, upah-upah tu tak dapat dekat you hari ni tau. Dapat lagi 2-3 minggu. So payah tau you nak macam, kita dah keluarkan modal hari ni untuk belanja duit minyak lah, makan minum kita lah, you know. So duit cuma dapat bila lagi 2-3 minggu. Food Panda is also running macam isu macam tu ya. Jadi masalah-masalah contactless payment ni pelbagai lah. Di pihak third person, di pihak penjual, di pihak pengguna ada tak masalah? Pihak pengguna masalahnya ialah bila menggunakan credit card ni, it's like using money you don't have. Betul tak? Ya, menggunakan credit card ni is actually using money that you don't have. Ya, you tak ada pun duit tu, you hutang dengan Master, you hutang dengan Visa. Nampak tak? Kalau macam menggunakan debit card bermaksud you are allowed to use the money in your bank tapi tak perlu pergi ATM keluarkan cash. Yeah, it's like you are transferring your cash money in your debit card to that seller. So cepatlah seller tu dapat duit. So banyak seller dia kata dia cuma terima debit card, dia tak guna credit card. Tak terima sebab lambat dia nak dapat duit. Debit card dia suka sebab cash dia terus masuk dalam akaun dia. So debit card lagi baguslah sebenarnya. Tapi debit card ni menggunakan duit yang kita ada. Beza ya, credit card menggunakan duit yang kita tidak ada. Berbelanja menggunakan duit yang kita tidak ada. Debit card, you dibenarkan berbelanja menggunakan duit yang you ada. Okay. So faham ya apa itu debit card, apa itu credit card, apa itu paywave, apa itu e-wallet? E-wallet ya. Sekarang ni saya dah start guna Shopee Pay. You pernah guna tak Shopee Pay? Shopee Pay dia pun macam e-wallet juga kan? Tengok kalau Shopee Pay ramai sikit. Sekarang dah ada yang boleh hutang tu, apa nama dia ya kat Shopee tu? Pay later. Pay later tu adalah sebenarnya macam credit card tau. You tak ada duit. You beli bayar bulan-bulan. Itulah maksud di credit card tu. Pay later. Kan pay later. Saya guna juga. Saya punya saya selalu tahu belanja dengan bukan selalu berbelanja dalam Shopee. Bila dapat yang pay later tu kan, dia akan bagi tahu you punya limit berapa, you punya limit berapa kan. Macam I dengan Master. Master punya limit untuk pay later tu 500. I punya limit 300. Padahal I selalu belanja sakit hati kan macam Master menang daripada I. Dia dibenarkan berhutang 500, I cuma dibenarkan berhutang sebanyak 300. Selalu gaduh-gaduh. Rupanya lagi banyak kali you guna pay later tu, lagi dinaikkan ya, you punya credit limit, betul tak? Right? So, you pernah pakai pay later tu? Dia macam tak ada, memanglah kena bayar bulan-bulan kan, tapi macam okey je lah. Alamak Ilhami Wadiha 400 lagi tinggi dari saya. Saya 300 saja. Dan saya rasa saya ni sepatutnya di top fan dalam Shopee tu. Selalu sangat beli barang. Tapi beli barang murah-murah lah ya. Okay, itu pay later. Pay later tu macam credit card ya. So itu contactless payment. So let's look at yang lain pula ya. So I tak go through semua lah ya. Kalau semua nanti macam agak panjang. Kita go through yang macam relevant dengan kita pada sekarang ni. So what else we have? Okay, robots in hotels and restaurant ya, nombor 3. Boleh nampak tak slide? I gonna stop sharing sekejap ya. Stop sharing. Renyah pula. 1 second. So okay, we are here, and then I go to share, and then I go to my optimize for motion and video, and then I reshare, and then I make it big, and then I stop my video. Orang kena beritahu satu-satu, kalau tidak saya macam terlupa.
Pizza were able to make pizzas with robots that were half the calories and half the fat of a regular pizza. And they started baking your pizza when the pizza oven delivery truck was only 4 minutes away from your home, providing you with a fresh, out-of-the-oven pizza when it arrived at your doorstep. And if you walk into the Spice restaurant in Boston, you'll be served healthy dishes designed by a Michelin star chef in 3 minutes for $7.50. This is done by using a robotic system made up of rotating woks. This video takes a look at the different ways robots are being used to cook our food for us. From robotic arms that can flip burgers, to vending machines that can make custom salad bowls, which provide doctors and nurses with healthy meals during their shifts 24 hours a day. There's also the new concept of ghost kitchens, and how in the future, robots could be cooking your food deliveries too. High rent in cities not only makes it harder for people to start their own food businesses, it also drives people to live further away from the cities, making it more difficult to find workers. This all adds to prices people have to pay when buying meals. You also have countries like Japan that have an aging and shrinking population. The average age in Japan is 46 years old, so there is a low number of unskilled workers, making it expensive to hire people. So in Japan, they need to have restaurants that are able to work efficiently with fewer humans. The benefits of having robots cooking is that you need less space, which means paying less rent. And the robots can take care of repetitive tasks, while humans supervise and manage the machines. All of this allows more people to start food businesses. And the money saved on rent and human workers can be invested back to create higher quality meals. A robotic kitchen also allows for customers to be able to customize their dishes and still get their food fast. Julia Collins, the co-creator of Zoom Pizza, a company that made pizza-making robots, said that using robots lowered their labor costs, allowing them to invest those savings into using locally sourced, responsibly farmed ingredients. The higher quality ingredients that Zoom Pizza used meant their pizzas were about half the calories and half the fat of the national average for a pizza. And the labor costs were half the national average for pizza chains. But the human workers that did work at Zoom Pizza all had full health benefits and were shareholders in the company. Human workers are still important in robotic kitchens. They're needed for different tasks, such as preparing the food for when the robots and machines take over, making sauces, making side dishes, and keeping things working smoothly. MIT researchers found that human and machine teams are more productive than teams of only humans or only machines. Let's walk into the Spice restaurant in Boston, a restaurant that was started by 4 MIT engineering students. These students were water polo teammates who needed nutritious food on a student budget, and they had little time to cook. Along with water polo, they were also obsessed with robotics. One of the founders, who is the CEO, used to work at SpaceX. These engineering and robotic-minded students teamed up with Danielle Ballou, a Michelin star chef, to start Spice. Spice uses 7 robotic woks that can serve 150 meals per hour. These robotic woks can cook customizable rice and grain bowls, curries, salads, stir-fries, pasta, and noodle bowls. You can get Korean, Thai, Indian, and other styles of dishes. A customer walks in and places an order on a touchscreen, and they are able to customize their dish. The order then automatically engages the ingredient delivery system. Hoppers load the ingredients into the woks. The woks rotate, cooking the food using induction heating, a technology invented by Nikola Tesla. The wok then tips the cooked food into a bowl. A human then garnishes the food and makes sure it is presentable. Meanwhile, jets are automatically spraying and sanitizing the woks, making them ready for the next order. All of the meals were designed to work with the one cooking technique, and it takes 3 minutes from placing your order to getting your dish, each costing $7.50. Over in San Francisco, you have the Creator Burger Restaurant. This restaurant uses an assembly line approach to making burgers. 2 fully automated machines that are each 14 feet long are able to make 240 burgers in an hour. Even a lot of the prep work is done by the machines, from cutting the tomatoes for each order to grinding the meat and forming it into patties. There are 20 computers and 350 sensors that make this possible. And when it comes to cooking the meat patties, there are 11 thermal sensors at work. Humans are still needed to do other prep work and also to make sauces and sides. The machines slice the burger buns and then butters and toasts them. The sliced buns are then moved along a mechanical conveyor belt, and fresh ingredients based on the order are then freshly cut and dropped onto the bun. The burger patties are chuck and brisket chunks that are grounded and cooked to order. The robot machines allows Creator to spend much more on premium ingredients, while giving customers a low-priced burger, all in 5 minutes. A burger at McDonald's in San Francisco can cost up to $4 to $5, while the Creator Burger costs $6. Another way of making burgers with robots is to use a robotic arm. This can be seen at the Pasadena outlet of Cali Burger. They partnered with Miso Robotics to create the Flippy robot. Flippy is an AI-driven robotic arm that works as a kitchen assistant. It uses 3D and thermal sensors and cameras. It knows when patties are placed on the grill by a human and will monitor each patty as they cook. Flippy will also switch utensils by itself, using a separate spatula when it comes to flipping the burger on the raw meat side, and another spatula for the cooked meat side. And it can also clean the grill. This saves having a human employee be in front of a hot, greasy grill all day, or standing in front of a hot oil fryer, since there is another version of Flippy that can manage fryers, which can be seen working at the Los Angeles Dodgers Stadium. If you want a little robotic help at home, then look to the over 20,000 Amazon Alexa-enabled devices. The Amazon microwave allows you to say how long you want it to cook for, or ask it to stop without having to push any buttons. You can even ask it for more specific commands, since there are pre-programmed presets. You can ask it, microwave 8 ounces of frozen vegetables, or reheat 1 cup of coffee. These microwaves even have scanning software that allows you to scan the barcode of food packages with your phone, and it will automatically set the time and power level to the instructions on the packaging. There are also voice-controlled coffee makers, so while you're waking up in your bedroom, you can instruct the bedroom speaker to start the coffee maker that is all the way downstairs. Or you can program the coffee maker to automatically brew coffee at a certain time each morning.
I think we should explore a few solutions.
Grammarly's suggestions catch
When you're out of the house, another robotic food option is the Sally vending machine, created by Chowbotics. Sally creates healthy bowls which you can customize, letting you choose up to 8 ingredients for your salad, grain, or yogurt bowl. They can be found in 70 locations worldwide, including university campuses. They're also found in hospitals, a place that is operating 24 hours a day. Sally lets doctors and nurses working day and night shifts, along with visitors, have healthy meals at any time, replacing junk food vending machines. Each bowl is made in 90 seconds, and the 22 ingredients are refrigerated and restocked each day. All of this fits into a 3-foot by 3-foot space and can serve meals 24 hours a day. Earlier, we mentioned Zoom Pizza and the Doughbot, the pizza-making robot. This is how it worked. In a main facility, robots made the pizzas alongside humans. Delivery trucks were then loaded with racks of pizzas and ingredients. When an order was placed, a pizza would be loaded into the oven in the delivery truck and make its way to the customer's location. It won't start baking the pizza until it is 4 minutes away, so it is fresh out of the oven when it arrives. These pizza ovens on wheels eliminate the need for having expensive buildings all around town to make pizzas in, and they allow you to deliver to people that are further away from your main location, as each delivery truck is a pizza-making hub. Zoom stopped making pizzas in January 2020, and is refocusing on providing automated food production and mobile kitchen systems to other food companies, along with sustainable packaging. The reason why Zoom is focusing on automating delivery production is because of the huge rise in online food deliveries. These days, most people have never set foot into the restaurant where they are getting their food delivered from, and this has given birth to ghost kitchens, also known as virtual kitchens. These are commercial kitchens that are set up just to make deliveries. There's no need for an expensive restaurant space where people sit down and eat when you can just make online deliveries. Some are operated like a working space, where in a large space you have a number of small kitchens that can be rented out month to month. Catering companies have been using these kitchens. Now you have food delivery-only restaurant names being started in them. And there are also restaurants who do have a restaurant location that operate in a ghost kitchen in another part of the city. This lets them expand their delivery area without needing to open another restaurant space. Both Deliveroo and Uber Eats have opened ghost kitchens in Paris. Ghost kitchens are also popping up in London, Los Angeles, and China. And the former CEO of Uber, Travis Kalanick, started a kitchen company called Cloud Kitchens. The question then is, when will these two worlds collide? Where robots end up being installed into these ghost kitchens, maybe having one human prepping the ingredients while a robot machine does the cooking and assembling of the dishes, working side by side. The meals then get picked up by a delivery person and make their way to the customer's door. Or maybe you won't even need the human there by the robot side. Instead, a human can travel around the city to different ghost kitchens, as the robots send messages saying they need some assistance or more ingredients. So the robots keep on working and ask us humans for help. On the next episode of Venture City, we take a look at 3D printers and how they will build our
Alright, so nampak tak ada berapa teknologi dekat situ? And can you see the position of human there? Berapa orang saja human yang kerja? Yeah, the rest is all being in charge by robots. Yeah. Now, yang ni specific tau in food preparation. So sorry ya, bulan-bulan puasa. Lepas tu tengok iklan pizza dengan burger. Right, yes, Tengku, can I help? Tengku ada soalan tadi. Yes, Tengku? Tak ada. You just raised your hand. I thought ada soalan tadi. Tak apalah. So based on the video just now, kan, we can see how much technology has taken over, ya, the actual human labor, ya, especially in our industry. Boleh nampak ya berapa banyak perkhidmatan yang selalunya tertekan stres ke? Stres ke press? Hidup saya tertekan. Gitu. Tak ada ya, tertekan, press ya, bukan stress, right? Tak apa. Now, kalau kita tengok the video itself, ada lupa point saya tadi. So, you can see how much efficiency, how much productivity, how much performance yang kita boleh improve ya in the hotel sector itself. Dalam kitchen contohnya, we don't actually need that much human labor. Ya, kalau kita in charge of chicken pula kitchen, tengok dalam puasa teringat makanan. Ya, sekejap, let me focus. Ya, bayangkan dalam kitchen yang besar, kita in charge, kita cuma memantau saja. We only facilitate, we only observe, ya, we only oversee all the services, including preparation. You selalu panggil apa ya preparation? Mise en place. You only take care of the mise en place, and the rest of the cooking, serving, all is handled by automation or technology, and in this case by robots. Yeah, so meaning that bila kita tengok all this robot taking care of this service kan, they can take care of a large volume tau. Dia boleh memasak dalam large volume. Ya, tak perlukan tenaga yang 2, 3, 4 orang. Katakan nak masak gulai kawah 3, 4 orang. No, the robot only by itself dah boleh masak dah satu masakan contoh. So life is going to be easy for you. Yeah, but that robot has actually taken over the job of 2 person, maybe 3. Yeah, jadi kita nanti di mana? Can you see yourself now? kan. Nanti in the future kalau semua hotel kitchen dah pakai robot, you tak ada kerja dah sebagai kitchen. Kalau semua pakai self check-in counter ya, semua guest datang check-in dekat counter macam ATM machine, you tak perlu dah front desk ya. Kalau semua bilik boleh dibersihkan, di vacuum oleh vacuum robot ya, cleaning, changing of bed pun semua robot buat, you tak boleh kerja dah dekat housekeeping. So where will you be nanti? You akan duduk dekat belakang, be the one yang smiling, tengok je robot tu buat kerja ya. And it doesn't take a lot of people pun. You see how much how much could happen in the future nanti kalau all this automation berlaku ya in our industry. Industri kita ni sangat related dengan human interaction, betul tak ya? Servis selalunya kita nak human yang bagi ya. Human greeting, human yang sambut you, yang usher you to the room, yang angkat bag you so that people can bagi you tips lah apa semua ni. Kalau tengok dalam video tadi tu, even a butler job pun mungkin dah tak ada dah nanti. Ya, non-exist, pupus. Ya, butler job, nak coffee, ada coffee machine. Nak makan. Nampak tak Alexa tadi, Amazon ni, dia bukan setakat innovate the Alexa machine, the voice control machine, dia juga created the microwave, Alexa microwave. So kalau I nak orang tolong I masak, so I beli saja the Alexa voice control tu dan microwave tu, so dia dah boleh tolong I masak. Sangat senang ya. Macam sekarang orang panggil apa, bibit German, Thermomix kan. Thermomix ni you masuk all the bahan, Thermomix will make for you, kacau for you and everything ya. Sebenarnya cooking process ni sangat lama sebab kita kena kacau, kena potong, kena kena ni kan. Tapi Thermomix tu is one of the automation lah, the technology that we are applying ya. So kat sini yang kita nampak is the technology. Teknologinya ialah the hardware kan. Kita nampak the hardware being provided, the robot, semua tu hardware lah ya. Tapi kita are still relevant in terms kita kena masukkan data ya. Tadi contoh yang the 4 MIT engineers tu kan yang dia cipta apa ni restoran yang apa tadi Spice tadi kan. Dia menggunakan Daniel Belut ya, salah seorang chef selebriti yang paling terkenal lah dekat France dulu ya. So Daniel ni dia ciptakan makanan untuk atlet-atlet ni yang berhasiat ya. So dia masih diperlukan untuk meng-create the menu, the information, yeah. So this information technology, yeah, the robot lah, the walk, dia ada walk tadi dia eja WALK, but it's actually walk ya, the kuali tu. Semua itu adalah information technology, yeah. So we key in the data, yeah, about what we want to cook, what is the nutrition, what is the ingredient, and all. Semua tu kita kena masukkan ya. Kita kena buat sedikit research lah. And then finally, the robot will start making the food for you, and in the end, you can involve dalam hanya apa? Sediakan dia punya garnishing, packing, and then give it to the customer lah. Order pun you tak payah ambil kan? Customer datang terus order je dekat sistem tu. So the system takes the order, and then according to the menu, ingredient, recipe yang Daniel tu dah ciptakan, will prepare it accordingly. Ya, and then semuanya kena ada lah ya. Sistem sangat accurate ya. Sistem tidak ada, jarang lah nak ada error berlaku ya. Sebab dia, itu yang orang kata advantage dia ya. Error free, almost lah error free ya. Memang mahal, tapi in the end bila dia invest banyak-banyak ni untuk beli the robots all to prepare the food, harga makanan dia tak mahal pun in the end ya, jadi murah balik sebab dia in volume ya, dia boleh hasilkan dengan banyak sepanjang hari, you tak payah bayar gaji siapa-siapa pun. Sebagai contoh ya. So this is how it's going to be in the future. Yeah, hopefully will not happen to us, but it will happen consequently ya. Tengok tak yang Zoom tadi, Zoom pizza tu. Dia punya servis adalah 2-in-1 tau. Dia prepare the pizza and terus deliver. Ya, sebab tu dia buat dalam van. Dia masak sambil kereta tu drive ke rumah orang yang order dan dia terus buat pizza kat situ lagi 4 minit kata nak sampai rumah tu. Terus dia prepare pizza tu within that 4 minutes pizza tu dah boleh masak sampai panas-panas lagi. Ya, sangat cepat kan? Tadi kita juga tengok ghost kitchen ya. Ghost kitchen ni apa? Ini adalah orang yang menyediakan makan. They prepare the food but they don't have an actual restaurant. Ya. They prepare food only for delivery. Sebab tu dia panggil ghost kitchen. Ya, ghost ni bukan hantu memasak ke, no. Ya. So dekat hujung video tu ditunjukkan, imagine one day you sebenarnya ordering food dalam Foodpanda ke GrabFood ke whatnot kan. Sebenarnya you sedang order dari ghost kitchen yang being operated by robot. Ya, ghost kitchen tak ada betul-betul punya tukang masaknya adalah robot. Ada seorang lah yang sediakan semua preparation, mise en place kan, tapi robot tu yang masak. Bila makanan tu dah ready, semua pack, robot tu yang sediakan. Ada pula drone yang menghantar makanan tu. Tak perlukan orang langsung sebenarnya. Ya, so dalam food delivery ya itu pun ada sekarang ya teknologi. Mungkin dekat sini kita ada ghost kitchen tau. Sebagai contoh, I remember this Morimogo ke, dia jual Korean punya food. Dia ghost kitchen. Dulu masa dia start jual Korean food, dia tak ada restoran pun, dia cuma buat dekat rumah ya. Dia jual all the sauces lah. Mula-mula dia jual pre-prepared food lah, makanan yang dah siap. Sekarang dia dah jual all the sauces kan, spices. Kalau you nak masak apa-apa, dia sediakan dalam ready meals and what not. Dia memang ghost kitchen. Dia tak ada betul-betul punya restoran that you can go and visit. Ya. Kita selama ni kita tak sedar ya, dalam banyak-banyak list makanan dan minuman yang dijual dalam Foodpanda tu, ada juga setengahnya bukan restoran sebenar tetapi ghost kitchen ya. So you might come experience this one day, nampak betul-betul ya. Tapi sekarang ni delivery masih lagi human being ya, dekat Malaysia, dekat luar negara dah ada pakai drone yang hantar. Dah ada Tesla. Ya, industri food delivery ni sampai pakai Tesla ya. You tak payah ada driver pun, Tesla tu yang hantarkan makanan. That's how advanced the technology is. And we are way behind. Kita masih lagi way behind kerana budget tak cukup ya. And ramai lagi, masih banyak lagi hotel sector yang masih mementingkan ya human services ya. Walaupun sekarang kita melihat ya dalam keadaan post pandemic, endemic kan sekarang. So dalam keadaan endemic sekarang, of course lah we have to still practice to lessen or reduce human interaction, direct interaction dengan orang, bersentuhan, berdekatan dengan orang, confined space, all that kan. Tapi bila ada teknologi ni, it's sort of giving us some solution tau to what we are facing nowadays. Ya, bukan setakat sekarang musim pandemic COVID-19, endemic COVID-19, but nanti masa ke depan kita tak tahu ya, we are not going to like say for sure that we won't have anything like COVID-19. Mungkin ada pula nanti COVID 2023, nama lain pula kan. So in the future, this technology, dia prepare dah kita tahu untuk whatever going to happen. Maybe nanti orang dah tak berminat langsung nak kerja dengan hospitality, hotel industry, we don't know for sure. Mungkin ada nanti semua orang dah jadi investor Bitcoin, semua orang dah jadi investor apa tu? Ni lah kan digital money kan. Jadi satu hari nanti mungkin tak ada orang pun bekerja dekat hotel industry, hotel sector ya. So we have to prepare ourselves for what might be in the future for us. Okay, but for sure with the theoretical, practical knowledge that you have learned throughout your learning years ni will be benefiting ya for you to be innovator, creator. Jadilah orang yang akan innovate ya, dengan berdasarkan ilmu yang telah anda pelajari praktikal dan teori. Gunakan ia sebagai jalan untuk anda innovate something that can be actually applied in our industry one day ya. Perhaps this courses will be beneficial for you all too ya, in terms of thinking, analyzing your innovation in the future for what you think might actually contribute to help the industry improve its efficiency and services and service quality, of course. So I will share only those videos for now. You have the slides, kan? If you do have time, do look for other system listed ya. Sebab kalau kita tengok tadi ada banyak ya. So, cubalah kalau ada masa lapang untuk melihat lagi chatbot, virtual reality, mobile check-in, recognition technology, AI, IoT, augmented reality, cyber security tak ada. Nanti kalau ada, I sharekan ya. Dan big data. So, all these are currently being adopted, being applied. Semua ni yang saya list ni sebenarnya sedang digunakan ya dalam kita punya industri, especially in hotels. Dah ada dah robot in hotel and restaurant. Dah ada dah chatbot. Chatbot ni macam mana? Bila you masuk contohnya website dekat hotel tu, tiba-tiba ada something ya, macam WhatsApp ya, yang text you. Hi, my name is Azila. How may I help you? Itu chatbot ya. Tiba-tiba ada orang tanya. You masuk website Telekom, ya, Maxis, Celcom. Hi, this is Steven. How may I help you? Anything we can do for you today? Itu semua chatbot ya, bukannya a real person ya. Semuanya auto reply. Kadang-kadang you tengok dalam business kan, dekat Instagram dia kata please WhatsApp us. You pun tekan WhatsApp. Lepas tu terus keluar. Hello, thank you for contacting this company, ABC company. We will reply to you shortly. Itu semua chatbot lah. Dia auto reply. Ya, terus dia hantar dekat you ya. So chatbot ni allowing interaction, communication ya. Tapi mostly dalam chatbot ni unreliable lah sebab jawapan dia dah standard ya, dia dah set dah jawapan. Kalau soalan dia gini, inilah jawapan-jawapan dia. So dia akan tanya kan, adakah soalan anda hari ini berkaitan apa? Selling, posting. Dia ada tajuk-tajuk, tema-tema dia dah kan. So that is chatbot ya. A robot is replying to you. It's not an actual human. Right? Virtual reality, or VR. Sekarang ni, kalau dulu-dulu untuk hotel ya, kalau kita nak pergi hotel, agent especially, dia nak booking for a group about 20 rooms ya. Dia kena pergi hotel tu dulu, tengok hotel tu okey ke tak, dia punya bilik okey ke tak, location dia okey ke tak, dia kena pergi tengok ya. Tapi sekarang ni dia are provided with VR experience ya. Dia bagi you satu video, you pakai the VR set kan. So you boleh rasa macam you are in the hotel room ya. We call it familiarization trip atau fam trip. So you want to get familiarize yourself with the condition of the room, the view of the room. It's like you are in the room itself kalau pakai VR punya set tu kan. Macam you boleh pergi toilet dia, you boleh pergi dining room, you boleh duduk dekat sofa dia. You macam feel macam as if you are there. You don't have to be physically present, but you are there looking at that condition of the room. Looking at the view from the room, kalau ada beach, boleh nampak beach and all, but in reality, you are in your own room and not at the hotel. Kan? So, tu VR lah. Mobile check-in sekarang ni 100%, boleh katalah 100% dah pakai mobile check-in. 100 tak sampai lah ya. Ada hotel yang masih menggunakan manual procedure kan. Tapi mobile check-in ni terus guna mobile you saja ya untuk check-in. 100% penggunaannya adalah untuk macam AirAsia. Ya, boleh terus check-in dalam mobile kan, tak perlu tunggu sampai you sampai dekat airport baru nak check-in. Kadang-kadang 2 hari sebelum fly pun dah boleh check-in kan. So these are all system ya. They already have your data, they are processing it to allow you to do all these things. Recognition technology ya, masa you check-in dia tangkap gambar muka you ya, dia scan muka you, dia scan you punya thumbprint, dia scan your eyes ke whatever. So you pergi dekat pintu bila nak masuk bilik, ada scanner lagi, terus pintu tu terbuka. Tak payah kunci dah. Senang sangat nak masuk dalam bilik kan. Right? So artificial intelligence ni macam pakai robot lah. Tapi yang ni lagi better ya. Dia katakan artificial intelligence because it can actually understand your feeling. Dia boleh pula tahu you are stressed ke, you're happy ke, you're sad ke ya. Dia dah pakai AI. And kadang-kadang dia ciptakan robot-robot AI ni macam ada expression pula dekat muka dia. Boleh gelak, boleh menangis, boleh sedih, dia boleh express dia punya concern ya. Some hotels they using AI tahu untuk sambut guest. Kalau macam dia tanya, hello, welcome to Hana Hotel, how are you feeling today? Oh, I'm quite tired. Tiba-tiba hotel tu, robot tu macam respon, I'm so sorry to hear that. Dia macam dia sedih pula bila dia cakap tired kan. Macam robot tu macam turut bersedih. Is there anything we can do to help you with that? Dia macam offer pula, macam being sympathize with your condition. Tu AI lah, dia more than just robot lah. Robot selalunya dia terima arahan saja ya. Tapi kalau robot yang ada AI ni, dia boleh respond ya, very responsive to feelings even ya lah. So IoT, Internet of Things, semua pakai internet lah. Nanti kita tengok. Kalau rajin buka tau ya, augmented reality, big data and all this. Okay. So finally, it is critical to not only keep track of the latest technology, tapi you have to move in times lah, because it provide you competitive advantage ya. Kalau you pakai banyak teknologi dalam you punya hotel, you dah kurang pakai staff, you boleh buat banyak productivity, performance you pun bagus, boleh jimat cost. And now because it's highly competitive lah, kita kena adapt to the technology. Siapa yang tak adapt will be left behind lah. Dikatakan ketinggalan zaman lah kalau kita tak adapt to the technology ya. Keeping your finger on the pulse is especially essential within the context of COVID because customer expectation and requirements are continually shifting. Of course, the demand now is for service, to be actually complying, to the condition that we are facing, which is the COVID-19 endemic, Dalam keadaan endemik ni kita ada situasi yang tidak menghalalkan, cara kita berkomunikasi seperti dulu, Dah tak boleh buat macam gitu dah, Kena pakai mask, kena ada jarak, kena selalu sanitize and not. Masih terus praktis you all. Jangan lupa jangan walaupun kawan sekelas dulu pernah jumpa, kalau boleh pakailah mask kecuali kawan sebilik tak apalah, dah lama dah breathing the same air kan. Tapi yang lain-lain tu kalau boleh still pakai mask Kerana customer expectation and requirement are constantly shift. I answer the question later sekejap. Habiskan satu ayat ni. Kalau ada basic knowledge of information system pun I think it's sufficient because it will tell you how to operate your daily operation, using whatever it is that is available in the market now that you can afford, And if you are the manager, you are able to select the technology application which best meet the need of your operation. Nanti satu hari, I hope lah one day, you all will become managers, whereby you'll be in the position where you have to consider application of certain technology to help with your daily operation. You might think about MIS, Management Information System. You might think of a robot to use during your peak hours at the banquet and whatnot kan. Mungkin you akan ada di satu posisi, satu hari kelak di dalam bidang hotel industri yang membolehkan you menggunakan apa sahaja knowledge yang kita belajar daripada kursus ini untuk diguna pakai dalam you punya decision untuk menggunakan teknologi dalam you punya hotel sector. So, I am going to stop sharing this. I want to address the soalan by Master. Will the robot replace worker in hospitality industry? This is already happening, Master. Sadly, yes. It will happen. However, we also need to consider about budget. Kalau dekat Malaysia ni innovators kita kurang. Kita kurang innovation. Kalau you all boleh jadi innovators, good for you. Sebab kita masih memerlukan tenaga pakar daripada luar negara untuk mendapatkan teknologi ini untuk digunakan pakai di dalam industri hotel di Malaysia. And this will cost a lot of money because of the currency exchange. Kerana kita terpaksa membeli dan bergantung kepada teknologi daripada luar, banyak duit kita terpaksa diguna pakai. Atas sebab inilah ia menjadi satu satu cabaran lah untuk kita duit tengah tak ada sebab hotel terpaksa ditutup almost 2 years kan, so we don't have that lot of money, tapi we are moving towards this a fully automated hotel. One day sekarang ni dah berlaku di Japan, dah berlaku di China, dah berlaku di US, di UK. One day akan datanglah ke negara-negara Asia ni dan tak terkejut kalau sekarang Singapura pun dah start banyak menggunakan kaedah-kaedah automation atau robot dalam usaha menghidupkan kembali, reviving the hotel industry. Tak payah tengok jauh, dekat Changlun sendiri, Yasmin restoran, kedai mama tu yang memang best sangat nasi dia sekarang, server dia adalah robot. Already replace the workers dekat Yasmin restoran. Dulu kalau tengok pekerja dia cukup ramai. Jaranglah kita nak order, belum buka mulut je, tengok-tengok waiter dia dah ada sebelah. Cik mau order apa? Belum buka mulut lagi. Sekarang tak adalah dia punya pekerja yang ramai-ramai 6-7 orang yang sentiasa attentif tu, tunggu je you nak ambil order, air tumpah dia gantikan, nasi tumpah, nak nasi tambah angkat tangan je kan. Aneh, nasi tambah satu senang sangat dulu, sekarang dah tak ada dah semua tu semua robot. Dia nak panggil apa dekat robot, aneh, dia pun tak faham kan. So sangat susah dah lah sekarang untuk katakan tidak kepada robot untuk menggantikan kita dalam hotel industry Master. So we have to look forward to that. But you have the opportunity here to be the innovator. Anda ada peluang untuk menjadi pencipta. Jadi teruskanlah nanti see what we can achieve through that. Okay, now it's time for you all to actually scan your attendance. Thank you very much for your time today. I hope I am not boring you. I hope you have learned some things through this. Alamak, tutup pula dah, Masya Allah. Sekejap What have you done? It shall be. Okay, tunggu sebentar sementara I share your attendance code at 11:30. Thank you very much everyone for joining. I hope you gain something from this session. We'll continue back on this Wednesday. I've uploaded the group assignment dalam your online learning UM online learning. So please take a look at the guide and instruction for the apa ni, scan class attendance. For the group work, okay, group work ni, they consist of 2 assignment tau. So as a group, you dah bagi kan, you punya diri dalam group. So tengok bahagian assessment dalam UM online learning ada satu guide. Guide tu adalah 2 in 1. Satu untuk case study dan yang kedua untuk group presentation. We'll discuss this further on Wednesday. Okay, so I'm hoping that you will be more responsive lah in the next class. Harap-harapnya lebih responsif ya dalam kelas-kelas lain. Jadikanlah sesi pelajaran kita ini lebih hidup. Ya, saya mengharapkan dan mendoakan anda semua dapat membantu saya ya dalam kaedah pengajaran dan pembelajaran kita pada sesi kali ini. Kalau saya tanya jawab ya, jangan hilang. Kalau ada masalah beritahu ya. Right, so with that, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat berpuasa dan selamat berbuka later on today 7.29 di Changlun. Terima kasih for your time. Take care and see you all again on Wednesday. Bye.
Bye. Thank you, Doktor.
Thank you, Doktor.
Thank you, Doktor.
Thank you.
Doktor.
Yeah. Yes.
Can you add me manually?
Boleh Syafiqah, sure.
Thank you, Doktor.
Okay, bye. Assalamualaikum.
Doktor, me too.
Siapa tu?
Zuhaira.
Zuhaira. Okay, Syafiqah dengan Zuhaira. Nah, alright.
Thank you, Doktor.
Thank you. Bye. Assalamualaikum.